a storytelling game in JavaScript using only if statements. This project is perfect for mastering if statements and for creating your first games that you might share with your friends. If you are not comfortable with if statements, you can watch my video on this topic. For this project, I will use a simple HTML file. We will not work with that, we will work with JavaScript file. Here you can see the title, that short storytelling game project. Before we start, I want to show you how to communicate with a player. JavaScript has a command confirm. It's very similar to console.log, but it will pop up messages in our browser instead of the console. I will write something like, do you want to play a game? And I save the file, I will go to HTML file, and I use live server extension to display our project in the browser. I press go live button, and right now you see that we have a pop-up message with do you want to play a game? Comparing with console log, we have two buttons, OK and cancel. And if I press OK, it will give me true value as the result. And if I press cancel, it will give me false value. So in this way, we can communicate with a player. Let's save the result of the confirm message in the variable. I'll create let user choice equal confirm. And then instead of the console log, I will use confirm to show our results. If I save the file, you will see that our first message is, do you want to play a game? And if I click OK, you have a true value in the message because user choice equals true. So then I can click any button. If I refresh the page, we will again have the same message, do you want to play a game? And right now I can click cancel and you see false value. For some viewers, this white screen might be too bright. So let's change the background color in our HTML file. We will make our background darker. After the head block, you can add new lines and create style block, style. Then press enter. It will create a block with two styled hashtags. Press enter to expand this block. Then just copy and paste this line. You don't need to understand what it means because this is a JavaScript course, but it changes the background color to dark gray color. Right now, if I refresh the page, you see that we have these messages, but our background is dark gray. Once you understand a confirm command, let's start from our game project. I will comment out these lines with Ctrl/. If I save the file, we see nothing in our browser, just a blank page. And right now we can start with writing our new confirm message. I write keyword confirm, then parentheses, then quotes, and inside of the quotes I can write any text, for example test. If I save the file, we see changes in our browser. I can click OK. So if you look at the project, you see that I have created several branches that you might choose, but of course you can create absolutely your own scenario. This is just for people who don't want to actually think a lot about the story, who want to practice on the mastering the if statements. I can just copy this message and use it in our confirm message. I will delete the text and just copy and paste our message. So if I save the file, you see that right now we have a message from the police officer that actually gives us a choice between kitchen and the gym. So let's create another confirm message that will explicitly ask the player about the choice between kitchen and the gym. I create a new line and write confirm. And then I will write some instructions, something like kitchen equals to OK. As you remember, we have two buttons, OK and cancel. I have to write some instructions for player, like if you click OK, it means go to the kitchen, and if you click cancel, it means go to the gym. So after OK, I can write gym equals cancel. But if I save the file, after the first message, you will see that we have this in one line, and this is a little bit like inconvenient. How to separate this text between two lines? For this we have \n symbol that makes the same as the enter. It just create a new line for the message. If I save the file, you see that after the first message, we have beautiful like two-line message. And you can notice that after /n I don't use space, because in this case we'll have like both lines starts from the same place, from the same column. So if you look at our scheme, you see that after this message, we should make a new message depending on the user's choice. So it might be a kitchen or it might be a gym. So we might create it with if statement. I'll write if keyword. Then inside of the parenthesis, let's write true at this moment. Then curly braces. And true means kitchen in our case. And else means gym. So as true means kitchen, I will write a message for the kitchen. So confirm. And inside of the quotes, I will just copy and paste this message. So right now I can save the file and we will see that we have a first description from the police officer. I can press OK, and right now you have a message with the instructions like how to choose something. For example, kitchen is OK and gym is cancel. I will choose kitchen. And we have our new message with action go to the kitchen. I also see that I want to add here a new line because action go to the kitchen is something different from our text. So I will go right here and I will add a new line with this / and an. And if I save the file, I will click OK and OK. And right now you see that we have action go to the kitchen and then the text from the police guard. I think that it's a little bit easier to read. But right now we have one problem that instead of the user's choice, we use true. So let's save user choice to the variable. I might create a new variable like right here, like let user choice equal confirm message and then use user choice instead of true. So I will save the file and refresh the page and we should have the same messages. So I click OK, we have the instructions and OK, and yeah, we have a kitchen because in this case we have chosen the kitchen. I also might check cancel. If I choose gym, we don't have any messages more because we don't have if statements. Let's finish with our branch. Next choice that we have is actually to talk with a man or to eat a bowl of ramen. As you see, these actions depend on our previous choice. We should write them in the same if statement. I will add a little bit more lines just for readability. And then I will write a new confirm message with two choices. First choice is talk to a man. So it's OK. Then I write enter. And the second choice is chow down on a bowl of ramen. So I will copy this action. So we might check. I press OK, OK, OK. And yeah, you see a message that talk to a man, OK, and chow down on a bowl of ramen. And I forgot to write it equals to cancel. Right now we see these messages. It works as intended. And again, let's take it in the same variable. We actually don't need to use our previous user choice anymore. So I can just write user choice equal to new confirm message. And then I can use this in our new if statement. User choice. In this case, user choice true means talk to a man. And I will create a new confirm message. Again, I will copy and paste these lines. I will also create an enter. We can go over our story with just OK. And you see that we have action talk to a man. And this is Kyle and he is a cook. So, and then we have a new branch of choices. Right now, I hope that you start to understand how it works. So we will use the same pattern to go like deeper to our branch before we finish our game. I noticed one interesting thing. I actually use Alt-Z command to wrap our file. This is the reason why you see these messages over here. If I press Alt-Z, you see that this message is a one long line. But to wrap it with our sizes, you can press Alt-Z. This is just one setting that I have noticed I didn't talk about. And our next choice is to slice a tomato or to cook a ramen. I will create this new confirm message. Right now, inside of this second if statement, I'll create some enters also right here. Then I will write confirm. And right now I can copy and paste this action or our choice. Slice the tomato. Yeah, I should put that this is okay because this is our instruction. Then I will create a new line, and the second choice that we have is cook the bowl of ramen. And it's equals to console. Let's test it. If I press OK, we have, slice the tomato with OK, or cook up the bowl of ramen, and I don't like this action word. I can delete it. And right now we have this clean 2 lines. You actually can put these instructions inside of one confirm message, but why I separate them? Because I want to give the player the concentration on the description. As you see, we have a description, and right now a player might just read it, and then you have another action with choice. So we just separate the attention of the listener, and this is the reason why I want to add several confirm messages. Right now, if we have chosen to slice a tomato, this is our first end of the game with the achievement like a young cook. So we can create a new confirm message with this achievement. But right now I see that we didn't finish without previous confirm statement because we don't have a new if statement. So I will again save it in the user choice variable, and I can create our third if statement with user choice. And inside of this if statement, I can write a new confirm message. Again, I will separate them with enter. I think that right now we can save the file and watch our first branch. This is our first message, and this is equals to police guy that gives us a choice between gym and kitchen. So I press OK. I will choose kitchen. And right now we see some description about the kitchen. So if I press OK, we have a new choice between talking to a man and eating a bowl of ramen. I will press OK, and we have a new message from this man that actually is a cook of this prison, and he asks us to slice the tomato. If I press OK, we see a new choice between slicing the tomato or cooking up a bowl of ramen. And here I will choose slice the tomato, and it should be the end of our game. And Kyle said that, this is one of the worst things that he has ever seen, but eventually we have our work in the kitchen. If I press OK, this is the end of our first branch. I think that let's create a second branch, and I think that from this point you will understand how to create this game and you will be able to finish it by your own. I should find action where Kyle asks me to slice a tomato. Let's find it in our code. In the second if statement, I see that Kyle asked me to slice a tomato, and we have a confirm message with choices where OK means slice a tomato and else means cook up a bowl of ramen. It means that in the last if statement, we can write else statement. That means cook up a bowl of ramen instead of slicing the tomato. I will create a new confirm message. And let's look at our scheme. Here we see that if you have chosen to cook a new bowl of ramen, Kyle says that you ain't been listening, Rocky, so get out of here. And we have an achievement like exile slime. I copy and paste it again in our confirm message. And also let's separate these lines with this symbol. Right now, let's check this branch. Let's quickly check our second branch. We start from the same window. I go OK and choose kitchen. So we have some description about kitchen, and we have choice to talk to a man. We have a new task from the Kyle. If I press OK, we're in the position of 2 branches. I will click cancel, which means that I will cook a bowl of ramen. And as you see, we have ended our second branch with achievement of exile smile. So it worked as it intended. At the end of the game, consider adding an independent action that displays a thanks for playing message. You might add it to every single branch, but much more efficiently to add it at the end of the file, because this is an independent action. So regardless of the user's choice, which branch, regardless of the user's choice, we want to like regardless of the user choice, we want to say thanks for playing. So I will go after all these if statements, create a new line, and create a new confirm message with thanks for playing. And if I save the file, we started from our first message, I can click OK, and we have our first choice. And as you remember, we don't have branch with Jim. So if I press cancel, we will see our independent message, thanks for playing. So I can click OK. Right now you have enough knowledge to finish this game by your own. And in the next video, we will learn about more advanced techniques of if statements with new code challenges for practice.